Hello, this is part 2, back by popular demand, joke of chambertin. There's a few of you guys seem to dig the first little bit I did. Excuse me, just to go through what we've learned so far. It's etc. So I guess you guys have got that more or less okay. And for me, the brilliance of this piece, brilliance of Bert, is I always view this as a sort of layer, if you like. This is the first layer that we've learned. Etc. So the second layer is just the addition of a couple of notes, but it will start to give you the real vibe of, hopefully, chambertin. So one thing, just briefly, that I don't ever do, it probably shows in my playing, I don't strictly adhere to the number of repeats that Bert, or for that matter anybody else, does. It's free form. I do it till I want to change to the next section. So if you want it exactly as Bert plays it, I ain't the guy to be looking at. Okay, so we've got this so far. Okay, so everything is the same and up to there, and then you're fretting the first string in the 5th fret. So you do that for, well, as many times as you want, and then so you're picking 1 and 4 simultaneously. You're picking 3 and 2, and then you're fretting, as we did in the first section, the 3rd string in the 5th fret, and getting and then the open B, and then back to the 3rd string in the 2nd fret. So although you're only really adding one note, it's really adding that second layer, and it does sound complicated, but I can assure you, with persistence, you guys will get there. So I'll go through it very slowly. So the first time it's 1-4 simultaneously, and then the repeat, and then the second time you're still sliding the 3rd finger up to the 4th fret, but you're also picking the top E open, so you're getting so the 2 notes that we've actually added, although they've added tremendously to the fullness of the piece, are actually A and E, but when incorporated with the rest of it, So that's the second layer, as it were. So once you can get that running nice and smoothly, as I said in part one, when I learned these things, I tended to learn them and play them more quickly than they would have originally been played. So once you can get that right, and then, as I said in part one, then you slow it down to how dear old Bert played it, which was approximately. So that's part two. I'll keep it brief because that can be a little bit tricky, and I'm a great believer in don't trying to run before you can walk. Not treating any of you good folk out there like idiots. There's probably a lot of you thinking, no, we can learn more, but you know, if you can get that bit, that's quite a handful, and it's really satisfying to be able to just sit there and do that. So, yeah, please keep the postings coming. If you want any more, then I'm only going to know if you post me and say, coolio, that is helping, or it ain't. Once again, keep well, and hope some of you good folk out there look forward to part 3. Thanks a lot.